Hello everyone, I'm Siddiquee. I work for Care Bangladesh. What I'm trying to shoot a small video. This is basically to discuss one of our initiative, a savings initiative with a project named Strengthening the Dairy Value Chain in Bangladesh. This project is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and we are working from 2007 onwards. The major aim of the project is to increase the dairy-related income of 35,000 small-scale dairy households in northwest Bangladesh. And to reach this aim, we have specific objectives where we work with improving the current collection system in the rural areas, and then increasing the access to many different inputs for the farmers so that they can increase their productivity and also can be linked to potential markets. There is a definite focus on increasing access to artificial insemination service delivery, and also we have a small policy component. So that's in a nutshell what the project is all about. But I'm here to talk a little bit on the group organization and then the savings initiative that the project started from the very first year. So originally we were not that focused on the savings initiative. This is something that we learned from few of the groups of farmers who have started that in their own initiative. And when we started evaluating our project outcome from the perspective of monitoring and evaluation, we realized that the farmers have already adopted a very good saving initiative, primarily to respond to some of their needs in terms of dairy husbandry and management. Over the years, what we did with these farmers is to train them on animal husbandry and management, basically on key things like simple changes in animal husbandry and management that can increase productivity. For example, availability of clean water to the animal all through the day, and for example doing vaccinations on a regular basis all through the year, doing deworming practices all through the year. These simple techniques does not demand a lot of cost, but at the same time this can increase the productivity significantly. And what we have seen with the first year project farmers were about 10,000 who have started working, and at least 60 groups, each group with 25 to 30 farmers. We have seen that they have adopted a savings practice in order to respond to a particular need of for example, the cost of an annual vaccinations or the cost of dewormings. And what we have also seen, they are using this money to do bulk purchase of feeds or fodders or concentrates, whatever they would need, and they feel that event-wise these costs would be a burden for them, and there is a chance that they will incur more costs than when they do it group-wise, and from money they can save from the daily sales of milk. So these experiences from few of the farmer groups then led us to a change where we started providing facilitations to a large number of farmers in the next years or so. So at the moment we are providing savings facilitation to at least 500 different groups, basically women farmers, women dairy farmers, and also men. So what we did is to learn from them on some of the basic principles of the organization of these producer groups, and then taking savings as an integrated initiative. So what we have seen, they were in need of facilitation, like how does a very informal producer organizations who are organized around marketing their produce or to respond to a service provider altogether. So these were helpful in terms of facilitating simple norms when they were exposed to a meeting, for example, with a service providing company, for example, the Department of Livestock Services, for instance. So what we have seen that within the next year as well, there has been a lot of impact in terms of this savings initiative on the productivity objective. So we have seen a very good positive correlation on the adoption of savings and then the productivity increase of those farmers. And ideally, what we are doing is to strengthen this facilitation initiative with a larger number of farmer groups. For example, we have now reached 35,000 farmers in those areas, and we have providing savings facilitation to all the new farmer groups that we are helping to organize or assist them to learn around animal husbandry and management, or to link to service providers or to the market. And a lot of thoughts and innovations is possible around these farmer groups now, who are basically in different stages of their saving success. For example, a lot of farmer groups from the very first year of the project are now saving more than $1,000, and they have done extraordinary thing in terms of purchasing higher productive animals for many of their group members, and also some more investment in terms of rolling the money, and they also thought very well in terms of how the management of these organizations around the savings will run. So we will continue putting our efforts around this facilitation initiative. And what we currently thinking is how, for example, to provide some match funds for groups who have accumulated a certain amount of money, for all the members to be able to buy high productive animal. And that we can start with at least 100 groups very shortly. So these are some of the strengthened activities that we are doing around these groups.